So over the years, I've reviewed a number of guitar supports, and I've given a lot of them positive reviews because each one is good in their own right. But today, we're going to look at three that I use most often. The GuitarLift, which I use for performance, and it's very secure, so I use it for serious situations, and I trust it. The Ergoplay, which I use around the house quite a bit actually, especially when I'm doing pencil work and stuff like that. And the Katano guitar support, which is really great for on the fly, and it's just so small and compact. But then at the end of the video, I'll also mention a whole whack of other ones, just really briefly, ones with clamps, ones with more maneuverability, different suction cup ones, and magnetic supports as well. So I'll just do some honorable mentions. So the one thing to keep in mind is that everyone wants something different from a guitar support. So the ones that I am using a lot, you might not want to use a lot because you might have different preferences. Your body size, your guitar position, whether you're on the performance stage in high pressure performance situations, or if you're just at home in the practice room, there's all these different variables which make different guitar supports better for different people. So I'll be talking about that as well. Because I've reviewed so many guitar supports, people write me often and say well, which one should I get? Because you've given positive reviews to so many. And that's because each one is so great, but at the same time, you'll want to be looking at something that's right for you. So first, let me talk about those three guitar supports that I use very often, and then we'll go into the honorable mentions, so to speak. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the GuitarLift, a relatively new company. And if you've been watching my videos, I've been using it quite a bit. It's pretty straightforward. You just kind of pop it onto the back of the guitar, which is kind of a newer thing. And then it just rests on your leg there, and then you're good to go. It's very secure because of this leg support here, this rounded leg part. It doesn't move around very much. It doesn't slide off your leg. It's very, very secure. It's an extension of the guitar, and it's just the guitar is extremely secure where it is. It's not going to slide. It's not going to move, and there's no flex to it at all. And the suction cups that are mounted on the back of the guitar are really great. They never come off. I don't even use any kind of protective static cling wrap, which I'll talk about at the end of the video, but I just pop it on, and I think because the pressure is just on the back here, the suction cups don't seem to come off. So I use this one for performance. I think it's really secure, and I trust it. So this is the one for me. But it doesn't have much maneuverability. It's really kind of like you put the guitar there, and the guitar is set. It's set there, and you'll just have to work with that. So other people might want something with more maneuverability, and I'll talk about that later in the video. I've gotten very used to just knowing exactly where to put the suction cups, so it's pretty great. Next one is the Ergoplay. This is the first guitar support I ever owned, and it's pretty straightforward. There we go. It feels pretty good. It's not quite as secure on my leg, as the GuitarLift, but actually after going through so many guitar supports, I actually find this pretty good, and the suction cups are really just convenient to pop on and off. There's a clamp system, which I'll show you later, which is more secure, but the suction cups are just really convenient. So around the practice room, and for many of you people out there that are just practicing at home and enjoying yourself, this is a pretty good guitar support. It's readily available, it's not that expensive, and it's very straightforward and simple. It's not too bulky, or anything like that, but it's very secure. So I would recommend this for a lot of people. If you've never used a guitar support before, you might want to use this one. The only thing is I don't trust it in performance. There's something about the three suction cups in those places. Although you have gravity that helps you a little bit, I find they come off a little bit. They really don't. I mean, tons of pros use the Ergoplay in performance, and it's just fine. And if you put some of that static cling wrap stuff on that I'll talk about, the suction cups are pretty good. Just make sure they're clean and you wash them, and it stays on pretty good. I can't pull it off right now. So Nevertheless, though, I do kind of trust the GuitarLift a little bit more in performance. But I think for the average person, this is just fine, and you should try it out. Chances are you might end up with more than one guitar support. Like I said, I like 3 of them because each one has its own use, right? So this is a very common one. I recommend that the average person try it out at least. And like I said, it's so readily available too. There's different models of the Ergoplay. This is just the basic one. I kind of like simple designs though, like not too many adjustments because it's kind of a pain. But this one's very easy to use. I've been a big fan of the Gitano for years, and I just ordered the new one that has 3 suction cups. Also looks a little bit longer than the past Gitano. The Gitano's great because it's so small. Like, look how small that is. It can go in your guitar case. Some people with soft cases just leave it on their guitar, although I don't know if I recommend that. But it's just so small and compact. It's really great. You just pop it on, and you're good to go. When I go to rehearsals and stuff, and I don't want to have something bulky in my bag, like this is pretty tough to have in your bag. Even this is pretty annoying to carry around in your bag. Katano, though, is just so small. It's so great. But again, like I don't necessarily trust it that much in performance because if you put a lot of pressure on this, you're kind of trying to pry off the suction cups. So I think it's a little dangerous for performance, although I have used it in performance and I know other people do. But again, like I would use it in less high pressure situations like rehearsals, and practicing at home is just fine. And like I said, unless you're performing on stage a lot, most of these will work just fine. And if you keep the suction cups clean and use the static cling wrap, it's even better. And the Gitano works pretty well because the suction cups are so close together. They don't deal with the curvature of the guitar very much, so they seem to stay on pretty good compared to some of the alternatives. But yeah, it's so small and compact. I just love simple designs and small, compact designs. And this one's just so convenient to have. Like, if you're going to be running around town, you might as well have one of these. So let's just talk about these. So these 3 guitar supports, I enjoy having 3, right? I enjoy using all 3, having the GuitarLift for performance, but not necessarily having to use it all the time. I like having the Ergoplay for like teaching and like when I want to switch legs and just mess around and stuff like that. And I like having the Gitano for when I'm on the go, you know? Or even at home, sometimes it's just like nice to pick up something small and pop it on the guitar like that. But like I said, other people are going to have different preferences. So for example, the Mundo guitar support, which also goes in the back, so that's nice, is pretty great. Like if you want some maneuverability, it has this magnetic attachment here that just pivots. And if you like maneuverability, you know, looking over and stuff like that, then it can be really great. So some people might want that maneuverability. Me personally, when I'm performing, I just want something as secure as possible. I don't actually want that much maneuverability. Although when I put this on the guitar and start using it, it's like, oh, I kind of like the maneuverability. I like the feeling of that. But then, you know, when I have to record something or perform in public, I kind of just veer towards the GuitarLift and how secure it is. It's just like, psychologically speaking, that security feels really good to me. Nevertheless, it depends on the player. Like this would be really great in other contexts. So a really good honorable mention there. There's a company called HB Guitar Supports, which make some supports that are very similar to the Ergoplay one, but they use clamps, so they clamp onto the guitar. They also make a smaller one that's similar to the Gitano, which is pretty great. So I have to say, this is a pretty honorable mention because in some ways, you get all of the convenience of the small little Gitano, but with something just a little bit more secure because it uses these clamps. Not everyone wants to put clamps on the top of their fragile guitars, but you could use a protective static cling wrap there again. But like that's pretty good solution, right? suction cups are really convenient, so I tend to use them in the practice room because popping them on and off is just so easy, right? But this clamp is like, if you like the Gitano, but you want it to be more secure for performance, this is your solution pretty much. Because it just clamps on so tight. Well, as tight as you want it to be within the safety of your guitar, within reason. Another company is Tenuto Guitar Supports, Canadian company. They're really cool too. This one is very secure, has 4 suction cups, and it also has this pivot on it. So the Gitano, I like it for its simplicity, but it's not very adjustable. Like this one, you can actually angle the guitar, right? Because you can change this angle. Not that you would necessarily angle it like that. But if you like your guitar sloping in more or something like that, that's kind of a useful feature. And the 4 suction cups are pretty good, although it's a little tight on my guitar. My guitar is a smaller body, so it's not ideal for mine. And also I find that Gitano, because the suction cups are so small and close together, that the curvature of the guitar doesn't put much pressure on the suction cups. So it depends on where you place it and how big your guitar is. But this one is 4 suction cups. It doesn't seem to stay on quite as well on my guitar, but on some guitars, I have a student who uses one of these, and it just stays on all the time. I don't think he even takes it off with his soft shell case, so it just stays on all the time. They also make a slim version, which is very similar. Still has that pivot, which is great, but has just 2 suction cups. And I quite like the feeling of this one. This one feels very secure, and it also has an adjustable strap, which the Gitano also doesn't have. So that Gitano is so great for its simplicity, but it's not adjustable. These Tenutos have an adjustable strap, so you can kind of like tighten up the angle a little bit and just make micro adjustments. But I found a little bit that with this one, the suction cups are so big that there's some flex, side-to-side flex, which actually some people might really like. But for me, I found that flex, well, it's great for the practice room, and I like it, but I actually want it to be, I don't want any flex, is what I'm really saying. Any side-to-side flex. But again, some people would actually probably like a little bit of give, a little bit of give for maneuverability. So that's a good option, right? And then, of course, there's the Barnett, it's called the Sageworks guitar support now. And it's like this classiest one. It's like this package reminds me of like Apple computers. It's just, they're so cool. Anyway, these magnets go inside your guitar, and then the guitar just snaps into place. So it would be like this, right? Except the magnets are inside your guitar. And it's pretty cool solution because like there's no suction cups. It doesn't come off. And it's so low profile in its design. It also looks really great. It's very secure. I don't love the idea of having magnets inside my guitar, but tons of pros do it, and the magnets they just go on an adhesive pad, and they seem to stay there. So, and it's very adjustable on both sides as well. You can extend it and things like that. So magnets, very good solution to the suction cup issue. Last thing I want to say is that just some of the static cling wrap, that's just vinyl. This is like just cling vinyl. This is for like kids or something. You can buy one specifically for guitar, but it's like really expensive. This stuff, you get 6 sheets of this stuff, and it just goes on your guitar. I actually have some like on here to protect my guitar from my nails. And it's really great for suction cups because if you have a French polished guitar, there's little pores, right? And that creates like, for the suction cups, not an airtight kind of seal, right? So with my guitar, all the suction cups seem to work really well, but that static cling wrap can both protect your guitar and their finish and also help the suction cups stick better. Also, if you're using like the clamp system, you might want to put some of that static cling wrap around where you clamp on so that the clamps don't wear down your finish as well. So, lots of options to help out with the suction cups. But like I said today, for performance, the GuitarLift is really winning for me. This is the medium size, by the way. There's a large size as well. Be careful if you get the medium because it's pretty snug on my leg. So if you're a little bit bigger of a person, I'd get the large. Ergoplay, good all-around thing, especially for people just practicing at home. I'd highly recommend you just get this one. This is just so great to have. Super convenient with the suction cups. So small, easy to use. Really great. Or the Tenuto ones if you want to go that way. If you want more security, you can get the clamps. Not everyone wants clamps though. Although, I have to say, they're pretty good. Or the Mundo guitar support. The Mundo guitars. Or the Mundo guitar support if you want maneuverability. So lots of options. But those are the three that I'd highly recommend.